This is the combined presentation of each group from BSIT2 about IP addressing and subnetting. So, let's start.
Hi, this video is about IP address and subnetting. It's also a tutorial on how we get the range of IP address. So, without further ado, let's start.
So I already have a given of subnet mask and IP address, and I will solve it one by one, and I will show you on how to solve this IP address and how to get the range, the broadcast IP, and subnet mask. So for this given, I have a 181.230.44.54 with a subnet mask of 28. So the question is, on what range the IP address fall? So first, we need to get the bits. So there is a 4 octet. Every octet composed of 8 bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So nagko-compose kada isang octet ng 8 bits. So 4 yan. So 8 times 4 is 32 bits. So itong lahat ng to pag pinagsama-sama is 32 bits. So there's 32 bits on every 4 octets. This 4 octets is 32. But because we have a given na sinusundan, so it's just 28. Ito yung susundan natin, yung 28 na to. So after we count the 28 bits, ito yung kalalabasan niya. Hanggang dito lang sa 28. Then next, we need to get the value of the zeros. Kailangan natin kunin yung value nitong zeros na to with the constant of 1, 2, 4, and 8. Just add those number. I-add lang natin sila, then kalalabasan nila is 15. Next is kukunin natin yung value ng line na to, this line. How will we get that? Just add 1 dito sa 15 na to, so just add 1, so ito kalalabasan niya 16. So the value is 16, so it's the increment of 16. So we have the network IP, the range, and the broadcast IP. Sa range merong first IP and last IP. So here we need to put the first IP. So 16, 181.230.44.16. Saan natin to nakuha 16? Dito sa increment na 16. So 16, yan, 16. Then so the another range is 32, 48, 64, and 80. Saan natin ito nakuha? We get this sa pagta-times, sa pagpa-plus dito. 16 plus 16 is 32. 32 plus 16 is 48. 48 plus 16 is 64. Then 64 plus 18 is 80. So why it is tough on value of 64? Bakit siya nag-start dito sa 64? Bakit siya dito nag-fall? It's because we need to get the last range, which is 64. Kasi mas malapit siya sa 54. Mas malapit siya dito sa number na 54. So 64. So okay na. Then we need to get the last range, which is the 80. Kailangan din natin kunin tong 80 in order to get the broadcast IP. Yan. So nakuha na natin sila in 64 and 80. So how can we get the broadcast IP? So the broadcast IP is 181.230.44.79. Saan nakuha tong 79? Dito sa 80. Maminusan lang natin tong, kukunin natin siya, then maminusan lang natin ng 1 itong 80 para makuha natin tong 79. Then the range of first IP Ito naman tayo sa first IP. How we get the first IP? Kukunin mo lang to. Just get this one. Then after that, itong dulo, itong mga nasa last one lang ang papalitan natin. Add tayo ng isa. Just add 1. So, 65. Dito naman, how we get the last IP is from the broadcast. We just minus this 79, copy, then minus 1 dito sa 79. So, that's it. So, ito na ang ating final answer. So, network IP is 181.230.44.64. The range first IP is 181.230.44.65, and the last IP is 181.230.44.78, and the broadcast IP is 181.230.44.79. So next, how we get the subnet mask. So how we get the subnet mask? Just add all the bits here. Yan, so 255, 255, 255. So 240 to kasi hindi siya kompleto. Meron tayong 0 dito. So 240 lang siya. So overall, ang submask natin is 255.255.55.244. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen Alveza, and I'm going to show you how to solve an IP address subnetting BSIT. So now, let's get to the video. Here's the given example IP address /29. I'm going to write down the 8 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 29 bits on. So the remaining 0 will be added. The constant number 1, 2, 4 is equal to 7. There you go. Now, to be able to get the increment of the last bit on, we need to add 1 to 7 to be able to get the 8 increment. Here, 7 plus 1 is equal to 8 here. Our increment is 8. Now we're going to add 8 plus 8 is equal to 16 until we reach the range of 149 here. Uh, 36 and 144. That's the range of 149 range. Now we have to write down the 179.192.10 and the 8th increment. Then write down again the 179 dot 192, that 10, then the first range, which is the 144. There you go. And then the last range is 152. To be able to answer the range, we need to answer the broadcast first. Again, we need to write down the 179 dot 192 dot 10 and subtract 1 the 152 to be able to get the 151. Then write down again and that 10 that okay, we need to add 1 to the 144 to be able to get the 145. Then the last range, write down again the 179 dot 192. So again, we need to subtract the 151 to get the 150. Now let's go to the subnet mask. We have 255, 255, 255, and the last octet we have 248. So that's our subnet mask. Thank you and God bless.
Hi guys, this video I'm going to teach or explain to you how to solve IP address and subnetting. First, this is the given problem. I'm going to find network IP, the range, first and last, broadcast subnetting. This is the first octet, second octet, third octet, fourth octet. I'm going to write bit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 25, 26, 27, 28. This is the face value. 6, 7, 8. Before that, we must know the face value of this. This is the face value. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 1, 2, 8. And in 28, this is the magic number. 1, 2, 4, 8. Let's add 15. Plus 1, 16. This 16. This is 16. So, the magic number is 16. The magic number is 16. So, we multiply by 16. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112. So, the fourth octet, we have 110. The close by 110, so 96 and 112. First, network IP. We write first octet, second octet, and third octet. 153, 173, 110, dot 16. That's next 153, 173, 10, and the 96. And 112. We subtract the 112. 1, 5, 3. Copy the first and second, third octet. 1, 7, 3, 10, and this. But we subtract. So that 111. That's the first broadcast. Next, the range. First and last. The first range, copy the first and second, third octet. 153.173.10. Add 1. Add 1 the 96. So 97. The last broadcast, subtract 153.173.10. That 10. So that is the range first and last. Next, the subnetting. Next, subnetting. We add all 8 bits, so 255. 255 the second octet, third octet 255, but in this fourth octet, 255 minus 15, the 15 is 15, so 240. The subnetting 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 240. That's all.
In this video, I will teach you how to solve IP address and subnet. Ang ating given ay 27. Meron tayong apat na octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Total of 31. Nagiging 32. Network IP. Range broadcast. Mag-add lang tayo. Mag-minus lang tayo ng isa. Magiging 63. Sa range first, Magdadagdag lang tayo ng isa dito. Plus 1. Sa last, mag-minus naman tayo dito sa broadcast ng isa. 62. Okay, 6. Sa bawat octet, total of 255.
Portugal, and this video presentation is about IP address and subnetting. So our given is 173.128.10.100 over /28. So the first thing you need is to lay down all the bits on. We have first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. So again, we have 28 bits on, and we need to lay down all of it. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 24, and another 4, and remaining is 0. So the next step is to get the value of all the 0. The concept is number 1, 2, 4, and 8. If we add those numbers, that is equivalent to 15. So the next thing to do is to get the value of this bit. So for you to be able to get the value of that bit, you have to add 1 and 15. So our increment will be 16. For every increment, we have to add 16. So we have the network IP, the range, which has first and last IP, and the broadcast IP. So we need to lay down the first range, which is 173.128.10.16. So we have the first range, which is 173.128.10.16. So add another 16 is equal to 32. 16 again, 48, plus 16, 64, plus 16 is 80, plus 16 again, 96, and 16 again, 112. But we will stop in 173.128.10.96 because the number 100, the given, will fall on the range of 170.128.10.96. So this will be our focus. So we have 173.128.10.96, and we need to get 173.128.10.112 to be able to get the broadcast IP. So for you to be able to get that, you should less 1 in the bit of 112 or that 112, and then the answer will be 173.128.10.111. And then we need to get the first IP in the range, which we need to add 1 from .96. The first IP will be 173.128.10.97, and the last IP will be coming from 173.128.10.111. 111, just less 1 in dot 111. The last IP will be 173.128.10.110. So that will be our final answer. So the last step will be getting the subnet mask. So for you to be able to get the subnet mask, you just need to add all the bits on. So the first octet is 255, second 255, the third is 255, and the fourth is 240. The total bit is 255 minus the 15, which is the value of the 40. Then the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.40. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jerica Kumaling and we're going to talk about IP address and subnetting. Here's the given problem. 128.90.75.100 with subnet mask of 28. And therefore, to get the bits of individual, we have to solve the octet. And there were first, second, third, and fourth octet. Because the subnet mask is 28, so let's count 28 bits. After getting 28 bits, let's count the remaining as 000. And the constant number is 1248 to get the value. Just add this and it's equal to 15. To get the increment, just add over here A1 and it's equal to 16, and the 16 is our increment. So let's get the network IP to range to broadcast and a subnet mask. So let us put our first IP address, and it was 128.90.75 and 16, and it follows by 128.90.75 and 32. Just add 16 in every increment, and it follows by 48, 64, 80, and 96, and we stop here because we find our suitable for increment. And the last is 128.90.70. So let us put our first and last IP address. Our first IP address is 128.90.75 and 96. And the last IP address is 128.90.75 and 112. Let's find range and broadcast. We have to find first the broadcast, and it became 128.90.75 and 111. Just minus add from the last IP address. And to get the range, just add in the first range and minus in the last range. That's all, I think.
Hi, I am Emil Candelaria. This video presentation is about IP address and subnetting. So for this given, I have 190.128.10.98 with the subnet mask 27 or /27. First step, you need to lay down the bits on the first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. So again, I have 27 bits and put all the 27 bits on here. And the remaining is 0. Get the value of 0. The constant is 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Start from right to left. That is from binary codes. Add those numbers. The equivalent is 31. Next step, get the value of last bit. To able to get the value of this bit is add 1 from 31, so the value is 32. 32 is the value of our increments. For every increment, you need to add 32. So we have network IP, range first IP, and last IP, and broadcast IP. Under network IP, put the first range 190.128.10.32, and another range is plus 32, plus 32, and 32 again. So it will stop here at 190.128.10.96 because the value of 98 fall in this range 190.128 1096. So this is our focus. And you need to get the last range also, 190.128, 10128, to be able to get the broadcast IP. The broadcast IP is 190.128.10127, less 1 from the last value of network IP. Next, get the value of range first IP. The first range IP is 190.128.1097. Add 1 from 192.128.1096. For range last IP is less 1 again from broadcast IP 190.128.10127. So, this is the final answer for IP address. For the last part of this video presentation is get the value of subnet mask. To be able to get the subnet mask is add all this octet. For every octet is equivalent of 255 based on binary codes. For the last octet is less 31 for the value of 0. And the final answer is 255, 255, 255, and 224. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned.
IP address and subnetting.
175.25.32 divided 25, you given 25 in 25 you 0 in 15 and 16 and network IP 292.273.25.16. The second 192.173.25.32. The range IP first IP last 192.173.25.15. The last 16. The last 192.173.25 32. So 30 the last 32. The word cut 173.25.31 the last 32. In given in 25 in subnet mask and 255 and the last 240. The subnet mask 250.230.
Hello everyone, this is John Joshua Eranjo, and today I will show you how to get the IP address in subnetting mask.
First, we will get the IP 192.168.0.92 and CIDR is 28. Second, you need to fill the CIDR on every octave to get the increment. To get the increment, first things first, add the 8421, which is the binary number, to get 15, and plus 1 on the other side to get the 16, and that's it, you have increment. To use the increment of 16, you need add 16 itself to get closer value to 92, which is 80 and 96. Now, let's get the network IP, range, broadcast, and subnet mask. Our network IP is 192.168.0.80 and under is 96, which means that these two values 80 and 96 are closer to 92. So we will change the 92 to 80 to able to get the broadcast. Our broadcast is 192.168.0.95. As you can see, to get the broadcast, you need to minus 1 the 96, which is the largest number in the increment, and put it to broadcast. That's why I get the 95. Now, let's get the range. First and last IP. Our first range is 192.168.0.81 and our last range IP is 192.168.0.94. To get the first range, you just need plus 1 the 80 to able to get the 192.168.0.81 from 192.168.0.80. And to get the last range IP, you just need minus 1 the 95 from broadcast, which is 192.168.0.95, to able to get the last IP, which is 192.168.0.94. Now let's move to get the subnet mask. To get the subnet mask, in every octave we have 255 in binary numbers. So if first octave is 255, second is 255, third is 255, fourth octave is 240. Why 240? Because the 40 is equivalent to 15 in binary numbers. So it means 255 minus 50 is equals to 240. That's why I get the 240. So our subnet mask is 255, 255, 255, that 240. And that's all.
I hope you understand our actual video about IP address and subnetting. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
IP address and subnetting. I have here a given IP address of 169.75.120.16/29. The first step that we're gonna do is to put our all bits. The first octet, second octet, third octet, and then the fourth octet. Next, we're gonna put our bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, 5 bits, the total of 29 bits. And I have 3 remaining bits, and I put it 0, and the value of 0 is 1, 2, 4, the total of 7 plus 1 equals 8. We have here a network IP range first to IP to last IP, and then the broadcast. In network IP, we had 169.75.120.8, 169.75.120.16, 169.75.120.24. We're gonna focus here in 169.75.120.16. Our broadcast is 169.75.120.23. Paano naging 23? Simply minus 1 to 24. 24 minus 1 equals 23. Our first and last IP is 169.75.120.17. Paano naging 17? Simply add 1. 16 plus 1 equals 17. And 169.75.120.22. Paano naging 22? Simply minus 1 to 23 equals 22. And then the last is paano kinuha ang ating subnet mask. Simply we had 29 bits. Here is 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, and then the 5 bits. And then simply add it. We have a constant value. Every 8 bits is 255, 255, 255, and another one is 248. Why 248? Simply minus 7.
Our subnet mask is 255.255.255.248.
Hi guys, good morning. So today I'm going to show you how to get the IP address in the subnet mask. So first, if you have this given number like 192.120.39.28 and the given subnet mask is 29. So now we have 4 octet. The first octet, the second octet, the third octet, and the fourth octet. So in every octet, it has 8 bits. So first, we're gonna lay down the bits on. So now we have the total of 29 bits and the remaining is 0. So now I'm gonna get the value of those 0. So the constant numbers are 1, 2, and 4. So if we add those numbers, the equivalent is 7. So next thing is to get the value of this bit. So for you only need to add 1 to this 7. So the value is 8. Now we have the equivalent of we have the increment, which is 8. So in every increment we need to add 8. Now we have the network IP, the range, the first IP and the last IP, and the broadcast. So now we need to lay down the first range, which is 192.120.39.8, and the other range is 192.120.39.16. 192.120.39.24, 192.120.39.33, 192.120.39.48. So we need to stop to this range at 192.120.39.33. Because the value of this 28 is this range. Then we need to get the last range, which is 192.120.39.41. Now we must get the broadcast, which is 192.120.39.40. For you to be able to get the broadcast, you need to less 1 to this range. Then we need to get the last IP, the first IP. So you only need to add 1 for you to be able to get the first IP, which is the 192.120.39.34. Then the last IP is 192.120.39.39. So in getting this, you need to less 1 again to the broadcast IP. So our final answer is 192.120.39.33 and 192.120.39.34, 192.120.39.39, and the last is 192.120.39.40. Now in getting the subnet mask, you only need to add all the bits on. So 255, 255, that 255, that 248. So why is that this is 248? Because 255 minus this minus 7, which is this, so it will become 248.
Ako here. So for today I will discuss the IP address and subnet mask. If I have given numbers like this 192.1.120.39.24 and the given subnet mask or /29, what range it will be for this IP address. So what we're gonna do first is to lay down the bits on. So we have 4 octet here. The first octet, second octet, third octet, and then fourth octet. So I have 29 bits on here, and I will lay down first the 24 bits. So we have 8, then 8, then 8. So we have 24 bits. So we have 5 remaining bits. So I'm gonna put it here. Then the remaining is 0. Next, we need to get the value of this 0. So the constant is 1, 2, 4. And we add those numbers, the total is 7. Next is we're gonna find the value of this. So we're gonna add 1 or plus 1 to the 7 here so that the value is 8. This is mean that is our increment. So for every increment, we need to add 8. So next, we have network IP, first and last IP, and then broadcast IP. So first thing first, we need to lay down the 192.120.39, then 8, then 16, then 24, and 32. So 24 is our focus and 32 because the value of 24 is for this range. So how can we get the broadcast IP? So first is put 31 because we need to less 1 or minus 1 from the network IP to be able to get the broadcast IP. Okay, then the first IP will be 25. We need to add 1 or plus 1 to this 24 from network IP again. And to be able to get last IP, we should minus 1 again from the broadcast IP. So the answer is 30. So that will be the answer. So therefore, this is now our IP address. Next is how we get the subnet mask. So to be able to get subnet mask is to add the bits in every octet. So we have 255, 255, 255, and 248. Why 248? Because the total number, the numbers, then minus 7 is so that 248. So this is our final answer for subnet mask is 255.255.255.248. So that's it. Thank you for watching.
Already have the given 168.135.47 with a subnetting mask of 29. So we have a total of 32 bits, but we have only 29 bits. And also the remaining is 0, 0, 0. The next is we get the value of all of those zeros, so the constant 1, constant 2, constant 4. So add it and to be able to get 7. The 1 bit, it is to be able to get that, so we add 1 to, and our IP address range is 168.128.35 and .8 plus 8 168.128.35.16. The next is 168.35.32, and then the 168.128.35.48, and then the last one is 168.128.64. That is the last remaining. So our focus is the 168.128.35.48 because it will land in the 47 range. So to be able to get the first IP, of course 168.128.35.49, so we add 1 in 48 range. To be able to get the broadcast, of course the last or the remaining 168.128.35.63, we just simply minus the 64 to get that broadcast IP. So the last IP is, we just simply minus 1 to 63 range, so the final answer is 168.128.35.62. that's the final answer. So the final answer is here below. Yes, that is the network IP. So guys, as you can see, to be able to get that subnetting mask, we just simply add that bits and then add 255 255 255 and
Kevin Pedregosa, and I'm here to teach you how to solve IP address and subnetting mask. Here are my guidelines or example to solve subnet mask. I have an given IP address 168.173.78.125/29. This /29 is called prefix, and my topic or focus is 125. So now, how to get the subnet mask using this /29? You need to do first is to create octet with 8 bits /29. Sample 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5, and the other is 0. Next, compute this 3 0 at the last using binary wedge. 1 2, and 4. And add it. 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7. So 7. Always remember, you need to do is plus 1. Always plus 1. In this. 7 plus 1 equals 8. Now, you need to do is to add the 5 binary numbers here using binary range. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128 equals to 248. Are you done? Next, add the first octet with 255, 255, and 255. So now, are you done to get the subnet mask? And how to get that? So using the binary to decimal, then copy the 255, 255, 255, the 248, the subnet mask. Next, how to get the network ID using this number 8? You need to do is to add 8 by 8. Example, 8 plus 8 equals 16, 16 plus 8 equals 24, 24 plus 8 equals 32, 32 plus 8 equals 40. You need to get the nearest number to 25. Get it? So 40 plus 8 equals 48, 48 plus 8 equals 56, 56 plus 8 equals 64, 64 plus 8 equals 72, 72 plus 8 equals 80, 80 plus 8 equals 88, 88 plus 8 equals 96, 96 plus 8 equals 104, 104 plus 8 equals 112, 112 plus 8 equals 120. So, this is the nearest number to 125. Oh, 120 plus 8 equals 128 is the higher number. So, you need to do is to copy the 168.173.70.120 at the last. So now, we're done. Now, how to get the broadcast or last range you need? You need to do is to add again the 120 plus 8. So 120 plus 8 equals 128. Then copy again the 168.173. Done. Next, get how to get the broadcast using this 128. Don't forget, broadcast is always -1 at the last number of network ID. So the last number of the network ID is 128. -1 is 127. So copy again the 168.173.70. That 17127. Done. Next, solve the last range. Here. Last range is same to the broadcast, always -1. So the last number of the broadcast is 127. -1 is 126. Copy again the 168.173.70. That is the 126 here. I did. Next, solve this first range using network ID. Here, the first range is always +1 at the last of the network ID. 120 plus 1 equals 121. So, copy again the 168.173.70 and 0.173.70.121. So, I done to solve this problem. I hope you like it. Thanks for sharing.
Hi guys, my name is Manuel J. Matabang Jr. and I teach you how to solve the IP address and the subnet mask. First, we have the example of IP address that 132.145.204.40 and the CIDR subnet mask /28. First, put down the 32 bits and every bit called octet. Now, we need to put all 28 or the subnet mask here. We count 28 bits. Now, these are the subnet mask or the /28. Now, the remaining blank, we need to put 0. Then, we put the 0. Now, we need to like that. Then, lalagay natin ang binary weight. Ang binary weight natin is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. And i-add natin to. Lalagay natin ang binary weight. 1, 2, 4, 8. Then add all of these. There are 15. Then this is plus 1 to get 16. Nakuha na natin itong 16. Ngayon, pupunta naman tayo sa network IP, range, and the first IP and the last IP, and the broadcast IP. Now, we need to start over here. This 16 was changed, the 40 was changed in 16. And let's try it. 132 dot 145 dot 204 dot 16. Next, 132 dot 145 dot 204 dot 32, because we add 16 plus 16, 32. Then add 16 equals to 48, and add 16 another equals to 64. Then next to do is get these two and put another table. Now these two I need to lay out here para makuha natin ang broadcast IP. Let's start. The 132.145.204.48, 132.145.204.64. By the way, kaya itong kinuha natin dalawa kasi yung 48 is malapit dito sa 40. Gets? And now, we proceed to broadcast IP. 132.145.204.64. The broadcast IP is 132.145.204.63. 63 yan guys. 63. Ulitin na natin. 63. Because we minus here. Minus 1 to get broadcast IP. Now, to get the first IP or the range, we need add plus 1 here. So this is 132.145.204.49, and the last IP means we need to subtract 1 here. So 132.145.204.62. Now, the IP address is this, all of this. So ito na po yung sagot natin. The network IP is 132.145.204.48, and the range first IP 132.145.204.49, and the last IP is 132.145.204.62, and the broadcast IP is 132.145.204.63. Now, to solve the subnet mask, we need to lay down the first example of IP address, the 132.145.204.40. Now, the CID are subnet mask or /28. Second to do is we need to put the 32 bits, or in every bits these are the octet, 8 bits. Now, this is the 4 octet or the 2 bits. First, we need to put this all. So, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In every octet, there is total of 255. 255. And this is 240 because minus 15, and this is the subnet mask. The 255 dot 255 dot 240, and this is the answer. Now guys, that's how to solve the IP address with the subnet mask. Sana nag-enjoy kayo. Bye! Peace!
So hello everyone, my name is Jan Michael Silva from BSIT second year. So today I want to share a video entitled IP address and subnetting. Okay, so as you can see, we have already the given IP address, the 195, 120, 39, and 145 with a subnet mask of 26. So first, we need to lay down all the 26 bits for us to be able to get the value of our subnet mask. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So from first octet to third octet, we have already 24 bits. So now we need just only 2 to complete the 26 bits. So we will proceed to the fourth octet or the last octet. So here is the 2 bits. So from 24, so we need only to continue our countings from 24, so 25, 26, then slash. So that is our 26 bits on. So the rest will become 0. So next, we need to get the value of those 0 with a constant value of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. So in total of 63. And then next, we need to know the value of this bit. So for us to get the value of this bit, this 63, we need only to add 1. So for us to get the value of this bit, so we will have 24. So 64. So this 64, it will be our increment. So for every increment, we need just only add 64. Then here we go. We have the network ID or net ID, the range, first IP and last IP, our broadcast, and our subnet mask. So first, we need to lay down all the network ID. So the 195, that 120, that 39, that 64, then another 64. So equivalent of 128, then plus another 64. So we have 192. So now this will be our focus, because the 128 and because the 145 is fall in the range of this, so this is the nearest value. So that's why it will become our focus. So at this point, we need this one to get our broadcast. So this one will serve as part of our broadcast. So we need just only minus 1 to get 191, and here our broadcast. So and then we will go to get our range. So first is just only we need to add 1 from 128. So we need just only add 1, so we got 129. So for our last range or last IP from our broadcast, the 195.120.39.191. We just only need to minus 1 to get our last IP. Now, that's all. So next, we just need to get the subnet mask. So to get the subnet mask, we just only need to add all the bits from every octet. So we have 255, 255, and 255. Then 255 minus 64, so we have 191. So that will become our subnet mask. 255, 255, 255. That 191. So that's it. Enjoy and keep safe.
Hello, I'm Gerald, and I'm your online IP expert. And today, let me teach you and show you how to solve an IP problem, or known as Internet Protocol, in easier way. How to solve IP address and subnetting. First, you must need to know IP address format. Without this, you can proceed to our next step. The 32-bit IP address is grouped 8 bits at a time. Each group of 8 bits is an octet. Each of the 4 octets are separated by a dot and represented decimal format. This is known as dotted decimal notation. Each bit in an octet has a binary weight: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. Now, let's try to solve this given. Our given is 169.73.100.6429. There have 32 bits and you need to count 29. After you're done and find 29, put line to mark it. The last part is considered as a 0 that have no value but also need to compute. So the total of the 0 is 7 and the last 29 bit is 8. You need to total each octet because each bit have a binary weight. So this is 255, 255, 255, and 248. And lastly, the 29 bits stop in 4th octet. So let's focus on the 4th octet, a number 64 in our IP. Now, let's column and separate IP using this method: network ID, first range, last range, broadcast, and last is subnet mask. Put your given inside of the network ID, 169.73.100.64. You need to find our first range. To find our first range, you just need to add 1 in number 64. So 64 plus 1 is 65, and we are done in our first range. And how we get the last range? Like I said, the number that appear on the 29th bit is 8. Add on number 64, so 8 plus 64 is 72. Put 72 under the 64 because we stop on the 4th octet. Before we get the last range, we need to get first broadcast. The 72 is minus 1, so 72 turned in 71, and our broadcast is done. Now let's go in our last range. You just need to minus your 71 inside of the broadcast to find the last range. So 71 minus 1 is 70. Now our table of IP is done. Our subnet mask is the total of 4 octets with 32 bits. That is our subnet mask: 255, 255, 255, and 248. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned from my video.
Hi everyone! Ako nga pala si JB at tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-solve ng IP address at ng subnetting mask. So ayun guys, sisimulan ko na yung pagtuturo sa inyo. Punta na tayo sa first step. Bam! Baga bam! So ayun guys, no, meron tayong tinatawag dito na IP address at subnet mask or /27. Kukuhain natin yung range niya kung hanggang saan lang siya pwede bumagsak. So, meron tayong first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. So, meron tayong 27 bits. Dapat lahat ng bilang ng 1 ay dapat 27. First octet, 8. Second octet, 8. Third octet, 8. Fourth octet, 3. So, ang gagawin natin, pag-a-add natin lahat para lumabas yung 27 bits. Next step, kukuhain natin yung value ng 5 0. Meron tayong 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Pag-a-add natin sila para maging 31. Ang next step natin, kailangan natin hanapin ang value netong bit na to. Para makita natin ang value netong bit na to, kailangan natin mag-add ng 1 sa 31. Meron tayong network IP, range, at saka broadcast IP. Tapos, ibababa natin yung IP address natin. Tapos, papalitan natin yung 105 ng 32. The first network IP natin ay 192.168.95.32. For the second network IP natin, mag-a-add tayo ng 32. Ito, 192.168.95.64. Sa third network IP natin, ganun pa din, mag-add pa rin tayo ng 32 na meron tayo ngayon 192.168.95.96. Pang fourth network IP natin, ganun pa rin, mag-add pa rin tayo ng 32 hanggang sa makuha natin yung 192.168.95.128. Magpa-plus 32 tayo na magpa-plus 32 hanggang sa makuha natin yung pinakamalapit na number sa 105. Paalala lang guys, hindi tayo palagi magpa-plus 32 na magpa-plus 32. Nakadepende kasi tayo sa subnet mask natin. Kung ang subnet mask natin ay 28, magpo-focus tayo sa 16. 16 plus 16 plus 16. So, yung 96 yung pinakamalapit sa number nating 105. Kukuhain natin yung third network IP natin at saka fourth network IP natin kasi kakailanganin natin silang dalawa. At ang sunod natin gagawin ay pupunta tayo dito sa broadcast IP. Para makuha natin yung sagot dyan sa broadcast IP, kailangan natin yung pang-apat na network IP natin na kailangan natin bawasan ng isa, yung 128. At ang mangyayari dyan ay ito, 192.168.95.127. So, lipat na tayo sa range. Para makuha yung range natin, kailangan natin yung pangatlong network IP. At mag-add tayo ng isa dun sa 96. At ang mangyayari ay 192.168.95.97. At para makuha natin yung last IP, kailangan natin pumunta dun sa broadcast. Dun sa may broadcast, meron tayong 192.168.95.127. Babawasan natin siya ng isa. At magiging 192.168.95.126. At ngayon, nakuha na natin yung mga sagot sa network IP, sa range, sa first and last, tsaka sa broadcast IP natin. So, yung last step natin ay subnet mask. Madali lang naman to. Pag-addin lang naman natin yung mga bits. Sa first octet, meron tayong 255. Sa second octet, meron tayong 255 din. Sa third octet, meron pa rin tayong 255. And sa fourth octet, meron tayong 224. So, ito na yung final answer ng subnet mask. Hanggang dito na lang. Salamat sa pakikinig. Sana may natutunan kayo. At keep safe tayo dahil may COVID. God bless sa inyo. Thank you.
Have a good day. I'm Manuel Banderada, an IT student from Merida Queen College of Quezon City. Today I'm gonna show you how to solve a simple problem relating to IP address and subnetting. Let's proceed. We have 192.168.100.33 over 28 subnet mask. And the next step we need to do is to put the first octet, second octet, third octet, and the fourth octet. The fourth octet would have 11110000 or 4 bits, and the rest would have 8 bits each. After all of that, we need to find the network IP, range, broadcast, and subnet mask. And able to get the network IP, you need to add the binary value of 40, which is 1, 2, 4, 8. Add them together, plus 1 is equals 16. So we got 192.168.100.16 network IP. After that, we need to add 16 to the last number of IP network that we get. So we get closer to the last number of the given, which is 33. We get 32 plus 16 again, we get 48. Broadcast is equals to 48 from network IP minus 1. So we got 47. Last range is equals to 47 from broadcast minus 1. So we got 46. And to get the first range, we need to add 1 from network IP 32. So it equals 33. To get the submask, we need to add the binary bits of each octet separately. In the first, second, and third octet, we got 255. In the last octet, we got 235. So our subnet mask would be 255.255.255.235. So that's all. Thank you.
In this video, we're going to tackle about IP address and subnetting. First, we need a given. The given here is 192.122.40.21 and our subnet mask is 29. And this is the IP address. To solve this, firstly, we need to lay all the gates that are on in a particular octet. To tell how many gates are on in an octet, we'll have to look at the subnet mask, and the subnet mask here is 29, so the gates that are on is also 29. In here, we can observe that there are 4 octets here. This is the first octet separated by a dot, the second, the third octet, and the fourth. Now we're going to do is to write 1 if the gate is on and 0 if the gate is off. Since the computer can understand binary, which is 1 and 0, going to add 1 for gate is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And that's our open gates, because it said here that is the open gates are 29. The rest are 0 because they are off. Now we're going to get our subnet mask. For us to be able to get a subnet mask, we're going to combine all the constant in an octet. There's a constant in an octet that is 1, 2, combine all that, the sum will be 255. The gates are all in here. 255. In here, also all the gate is on. You have the sum of 255. And in here, the last, because there are gates that are off, I'm only going to combine all the on gates. The on gate here is 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. When you combine all that, the sum will be 248. So our subnet mask, is 255.255.255.248. Now we're gonna create a table where we can solve for the network IP, range, and the broadcast IP. Now, to get the network IP, we're going to copy the first 3 octets, which is 192.122, and then 40. Then we're not going to start at 21. We're going to start at 8 because this is the last gate on, and we will increment 8 for every network IP that we're going to add here. So we're going to start at 8, and then 16, and then 24, and then 32. Then we're just going to copy this 40 for the rest. 40, 40, 192, 192, 192. We're going to stop at 24 because 21, the range of 21, we're gonna fall under the range of 24. Why do I get the last IP? Because we're going to need this to get our broadcast IP for this particular network IP. To get the broadcast IP, we're going to just copy the first 3, 192.122.40, and then we're going to subtract 1 bit from here to get a 31 from here. And then to get the first IP, we're just going to need to copy again the first 3, 192.122.40, and then add 1 bit to this 24, which is going to be 25. And the last IP, again copy the first 3, 192.122.40, and then we're going to minus 1 or subtract 1 bit from here. It's going to be 30, and that's the answer to our problem. And you might ask me why I'm only focusing on the last octet in every answer that I've got, because the last gate that is open is in the 4th octet, so we're going to focus on the 4th octet also. What if the last gate that is open is in here in this particular 3rd octet? We're going to focus on the 3rd octet and not the 4th. So that is it. So I hope that this tutorial has helped you.
Hi guys, I am Joshua Victor Hugo, second year IT student. This video presentation is about IP address and subnetting. I have this given 190.128.11.35 with a subnet mask of 28. First step, you need to lay down the bits on first octet, second octet, third and fourth octet. So again, we have 28 bits and put it all 28 bits in the remaining is 0. Get the value of 0. The constant is 1248. If we add those numbers is equivalent of 15. X is get the value of last bit. To able the value of this bit is add 1 from 15. So the value is 16. So we have network IP, range, first and last IP, and broadcast. First range is 190.128.11.16. Other range is plus 16 again is 190.128.11.32. Plus 16 again, that is 48. So it will stop in 190.128.11.32 because the value of 35 is fall in the range of 32. The broadcast IP is 190.128.11.47, less 1 from the last range of network IP that is 190.128.11.48. Next, get the value of first IP range. Just add 1 from the network IP 190.128.11.32. The value of first IP range is 190.128.11.33. Then less 1 from broadcast IP range 190.128.11.47. So the answer from the value of last IP range is 190.128.11.46. So this is the final answer of IP address. The last part of this presentation is to get the value of subnet mask. To be able to get the subnet mask is add all these octet. So here is 255.255.255.240. Here the final answer for the subnet mask.
Hi, I'm Ann Gumbok. May given po tayo na IP address at subnet mask. Ang IP address po natin is 235.70.80.90 at subnet mask natin is 28. Ang una po natin gagawin ay gagawa po tayo ng 4 na octet na ang halaga ng isang octet ay 8. Bibilangin po natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 octet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 octet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 octet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 na po ang octet natin. Bali lahat po niyan ay 32 bits, 8 bits, 16 bits, 24 bits, 32 bits. Ang binigay sa given na subnet mask is 28. Bali magbibilang tayo hanggang 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Bali dito lang po ang binigay na given. Bali titigil na po kayo sa 1. Bali magiging 0 na po yung 4. 0, 0, 0, 0. At ang bawat bits ay may halagang binary na 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Kapag 0 ang dulo po, kasi 28 yung subnet mask, lahat pong ito ay 32. Well, dito po tumigil
lalagyan po natin ng 1, 2, 4, 8. And then add them all. 8 plus 4, 12. Plus 2, 14. Plus 1, 15. And the next bits, adding 1, 16. Ang tawag sa 16 na to ay increment. At meron na po tayong network ID, range, first range, last range, broadcast, subnet mask. Hahanapin na po natin yung network ID. Ito po yung given. It's 235.70.80.90. Copyin po lang natin yung tatlong octet, 235.70.80. At yung word octet is dito po pumapasok yung 16 increment. Bali, magpa-plus ka po ng by 16. Okay, gagawin po natin. Dito po sa baba. 16 plus 16 is 32. Plus 16, 48. 48 plus 16, 64. 64 plus 16, 80 plus 16, 96. Hanggang dito lang po tayo kasi yung fourth octet po natin is 90 lang. Dapat mas lower po sa 90 yung increment natin. Bali, ito po yung 80. Ito po yung papasok sa fourth octet po natin sa may network ID. 80. At the second network ID is 235.70.80. Plus 16 is 96. At kukuhain natin ang broadcast natin. Dito po tayo magbe-base sa pangalawang network ID. Magma-minus ka lang ng 1 dito po sa dulo. 70.80 plus 16 is 96. At kukuhain natin ang broadcast natin. Dito po tayo magbe-base sa pangalawang network ID. Magma-minus ka lang ng 1 dito po sa dulo. Bali, copy mo yung first, second, third octet, and last octet is minus 1. Bali, 235.70.80.95 minus 1. At ang range po natin, ang first range is add 1 to the first network ID plus octet. Bali, 235.70.80.95. And the last octet is minus 1 again, the broadcast. Bali, 235.70.80.95. 94, sorry. At ang last natin gagawin ang subnetting mask. Bali, kada octet is may nagkakalaga siya ng
255 kada octet. Kasi i-add mo yung binary bits. 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 it's equal to 255. Meron pong laman po niyan, kaya 255 lahat. Wala, ito din 255 at the third octet is 255 again. 255 again, sorry. The is 25. And the third octet is bibilangin mo yung 0. Bali 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8, bali 15. Ima-minus po sa 255 equals to 240. 240 ang last octet natin, the fourth octet. Bali ang subnet mask natin is 255 255 255 255 240 255.255 dot 255 dot 240. Ito po ang ating video kung paano mag-submit ng mask. And thank you.
Hi guys, this is Ezra Sandes, and for today, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-solve ng IP address and subnetting. And then, ito po ang ating IP address given, 192.93.101.64, and our subnet is 29. And then, meron po tayong 32 bits. Each bit has an octet. Ang octet natin ay nagkakaloob ng 8 bits. And each bit has a binary weight. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 28. Ngayon, ang ating subnet mask is 29. Magbibilang tayo ngayon ng 29 dito. 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So, 29 yan. Lalagyan natin. Ang value naman nito ay 0. So, ipa-plus natin siya kasi ang binary weight natin is 1, 2, 4 equals 7. And then, the next to 7 sa may guhit is 8. Ngayon, nakuha na natin ang total. Ngayon, nakuha na natin ang subnet mask. Kailangan natin siyang i-total each octet. So, this is 255, 255, 255, and this is 248. So, ngayon, ang 29 ay nag-stop sa 4th octet. Kaya ngayon, magpo-focus tayo sa 4th octet at ang ating given is 64. Ngayon, kukunin natin ang first range. Bago mo makuha ang first range, kailangan mag-add ka ng 1 sa first IP address. So, 64 plus 5 ay 1 equals 65. So, ang first range natin is 192.93.101.65. So, ayun na, yung number 8 natin is nasa 4th octet. Kaya, ipa-plus natin siya sa 64. So, 64 plus 6 equals 72. So, sa network type ID natin, ilalagay natin sa baba is 72. The next is, kailangan natin kunin ang last range. Pero bago natin makuha ang last range, kailangan natin makuha ang broadcast. So, paano makuha ang broadcast is, yung 72 is maminus natin sa 1. So, 72 minus 1 equals 71. So, ang ating broadcast is 192.93.101.65. 93.101.71. So the next is last range. So para makuha natin ating last range is magma-minus lang tayo ng 1 sa ating broadcast. So ang ating last range is 190.93.101.65. So ito na po ang ating last range. So kompleto. So tapos na ang ating table of IP. Ang ating subnet mask is the total of each octet. So 255.255.248. Yan. Yan ang paraan para makuha natin at masolve ang isang IP address subnetting. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig.
Hi, I'm JP. Tuturuan ko kayo ngayon kung paano mag-solve ng IP address at subnetting. Ito ang ating given. 132.143.122.45. Ang ating subnet mask ay 20. Naglalagay tayo ngayon dito ng bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kada isang 8 bits. Kada 8 bits, meron tayong tatawag na octet. 4 octet. Yan. Lagyan natin siya ng 1 hanggang 28 dito sa ating bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kasi 28 lang. Okay. Rest is 0. Yan, para natin makukuha ang value ni 0. Ito yung 1, 2, 4, 3. Para makuha natin ang value niya, paplasin natin siya, bali 10. Atin makuha ang value na itong 1 plus got tayo ng 1, bali magiging 16. Ngayon, nalagyan na natin ang network IP. Network IP range at broadcast. Ngayon, ilalagay natin sa network IP natin ay sa itong natin 132.143.122.16. Plus 16 ulit. Balik magiging 32. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 48. At the last one, 32.143.122.64. Baling kailangan natin, kailangan natin makuha itong 48. Bali, write down na, papanggalin natin siya. Natin sila. Kasi ang kailangan natin ay ang 48. Ilagay 132.143.122.48. Ang isang 132.143.122.64. Paano natin makukuha ang broadcast? 64 to, lalagyan natin dito. Magbawasan na natin siya ng 1. Bali magiging 132.143.122.63 kasi binawasan natin siya ng isa. Paano natin makuha ang first range? Yung 48, mag-add tayo ng 1. 132.143.122.49. Paano natin makuha ang last? Babawasan natin ng isa. Minus 1 na natin kay broadcast. Bali 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, 62. Bali ang sagot natin, ito na. Ito ang sagot natin. Nakuha na natin. Sagot. Ngayon, paano natin makuha ang subnet mask? Kuha natin yung subnet mask ngayon. Para makuha natin yung subnet mask, kuha natin ang value nito. Yan. 255. 255. Kasi minus 15, itong isa ay 240. Ngayon, paano natin makuha ang subnet mask? 255 255 255 240. Kaya subnet mask natin. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.240. At ang ating sagot ay 132.143.122.132.122.49. And 132.143.122.62. And lastly, 132.143.122.63. Itong ating subnet mask.
IP address which is 192.168.0.20 with CIDR subnet mask /29, and then we are going to put first the bits on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here are the first octet, and then this is a second octet. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Third octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the last, the fourth octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After that, we will put CIDR subnet mask /29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And the remaining of 3 bits, it will become 0. And then sa bawat 0 has a constant number. Start 1, 1, 2, 4. And i-add natin silang lahat. This, and the answer is 6 plus 1 equals 7. Answer is 7, so 7 is the increment. And then increment will be start 7. So meron na tayong network IP, range, and broadcast IP. Sa range is my first IP
and last IP. First of all, susulat natin ang first IP range. Start at a 7. 192.168.0.7. Second IP range is 192.168.0.14. Add 7 bali 14. And then third IP range is 192.168.0.21. Add 7 again. Then last 192.168.0.28. So, yan na yung apat na IP range. So, magpo-focus tayo kung saan malapit ang ating IP na 20. Ito. Dito tayo sa ikatlong range, which is sa ay 21. Ayan. So, nakuha na natin ang IP range na tugma sa ating IP address, and then kuhain na natin ang broadcast IP, which is sa baba siya ng nakuha natin IP range. Susulat na natin sa broadcast IP. 192.168.0.27. Bakit 27? Kasi si 28 minus 1 plus 27, yung 1 na nakuha natin ay ililipat natin kay nakuha natin IP range, which is ito. Sulat na natin sa first IP 192.168.0.22. So again, dyan na siya napunta. And then susulat na rin natin ang the last IP, which is ito ang last IP natin. That's it. That 26 pala. 0.26 minus 1 ulit sa broadcast IP. So, tapos na natin itong sagutan dahil ito na ang ating sagot. Ayan na ang ating sagot. And then for the last is subnet mask. This is all bits, and when I sort this all bits, this one is 255, this one again is 255, 255 again, and for the last is 249. Why 249? Because 255 minus 6 was 249. Saan tong 6 na to? Dito siya sa nasolve ko na 6. Kaya ang sagot ay 255, that 255, that 255, at 249. This is my answer. Thank you.
Hello guys, ito nga pala yung aming last topic, kung paano makuha yung subnet mask. Okay. Meron akong IP address CIDR subnet mask /29. Ilalagay ko yung first octet. Kailangan muna natin makuha yun. Tapos yung remaining bits gagawin natin 0. Then 2 4 then i-add natin yung remaining bits equals 7. Tapos para makuha natin yung increment kailangan lang natin add 1 equals to 8. It is our increment. And the next is gagawa tayo ng network IP. Range natin ito broadcast IP. Sa range natin meron tayong first IP and last IP. And yung increment natin is 8. Lalagay lang natin yung first IP at test natin. 1, 2, 168 and 5. That increment 8. The next IP is 192 168 95 8 16. And then next is 192 168 95 the last and we need to stop this because our IP address is 22 24 22 is in this range in 24, but we need to get the last IP. 168 95 32. Dahil nakuha na natin yung range na hinahanap natin, kailangan natin gawin ay minusan natin yung last IP address na nilagay natin, broadcast IP 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 95, 31. And this is the and the first IP in range is 192.168.95. We need to add 1 bit in 24. 5. And the last IP, we need to minus 1 in broadcast IP on the last octet, in the last octet. 192, 168, 155, 30. Ito yung hinahanap natin na range ng IP address. Ibilugan natin para makita. And then the last one, kailangan natin kunin yung subnet mask na hinahanap natin. Subnet mask. Kailangan natin kunin yung first octet to the last octet. Then, i-add natin yung mga bits. 255 255. This last is 248. Bakit naging 248? Okay. 255 minus natin sa 7. Yung 7, ito yun. Yung tatlong 0 sa bits, sa last bits. 248.
Meron tayong IP address na 164.196.190.94. Meron tayong CIDR subnet mask /27. Nagagawa muna tayo ng 32 bits na merong 4 octet, which is first octet, second octet, and third octet, and fourth octet. Lalagay natin sa kanya yung subnet mask na /27. Okay, 27 ng slash, and the remaining bits is 0. And lalagay natin yung value ng 0 na to. 4, 8, and 16. Then we will add
31. And add 1. This is 32. The 32 will be the increment. Meron tayong network IP na nag-aalaman ng 164.96.190.32 na meron tayong range na nag-aaroon ng first IP to last IP and broadcast IP. So, ang gagawin natin is 164.96.190.64 164.96.190.96 128. So, magpo-focus tayo sa third IP. Kasi mas malapit siya sa 94. So, ang gagawin natin is kukunin na natin yung range niya na merong first IP to last IP and broadcast IP. Let's do this. 164.96.190.96 and 164.96.190.128 164.96.190.190. Oops, 160 only. And kukunin na natin yung range niya na first IP to last IP tsaka yung broadcast IP. So kukunin na natin yung broadcast IP tsaka yung range. 164.190.159 minus 1 bits to network IP. Then first IP 164.96.190.129. Add 1 bits to last IP 164.96.190.158 minus 1 bit to broadcast IP. Then broadcast IP again 164.96.190.127 minus 1 bits to network IP ng 128. Then the last is kukunin na natin yung pinaka-range ng first IP to last IP na merong 164.96.190.97 to last IP na 164.96.190.126 and there it is. At eto na, meron tayong 164.96.190.96 network IP at meron tayong range na first IP 164.190.190.127
196.190.97 to last IP na 164.96.190.126 and broadcast IP is 164.96.190.127 and we go to subnet mask. Kukunin na natin yung subnet mask nya. Kailangan na natin is add these bits.
Richard or Beta. The topic is how to get IP address and subnetting mask. The given of IP address is 190.9075.110.28 subnet. So I need to find the 28 bits. So IP address, we have port octet, and every octet we have 8 bits. And this is the first octet, second, third, 10th, 4th octet. So now the given is 28 subnet. Okay, so we have the 20, we count 28 bits. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Then the last is remaining 0. And the value is 1, 2, 4, 8. So the last is we need to add. This equals is 15. So to get the increment, you need to add +1 to get the increment. The increment is 16. So from now, the IP, the network IP address is x by x by x. This is 16, then x by x by x by x is 32, x by x by 48, x 64. So we have a network IP address. So we get the range broadcast. So now we need to first and last. To get the broadcast, you need to add last. Network IP 16 to 15 is equals to 31, and 32 minus 15 is 47, then 48 plus 15 63. So we have a broadcast. So from now we get the range. Range is 60, but add this is 17, then broadcast 31, 30, 32, 33, 47, we got 46, then 48, we got 49, 63, 62. So now the subnet mask, subnetting mask is 1, 2, 4, 16, 32, 64, 120 is equals is 255. And another one is 255. And another one is 255. 255 minus 15 is equal to 240. Then subnetting minus is 240. 255 and 255 and 240.
So that's all, sir. My name is Jeremy Itapdasan. Kung saan babagsak ang IP address at kung saan papunta ang range. My given is 1, 9, 0, dot 1, 7, 0, dot 90, dot 1, 20, slash 29. And write the 4 octet. And first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet, and kailangan yung magiging total niya is 29. Yan, 29 bits. Kaya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 bits. At yung natitira is remaining 0. Yan, remaining 0 yung matitira. Then 1, 2, 4, and total is 7. And 7 magat ka lang, 7 magat ka lang ng isa, magiging 8. And 7 plus 1 is 8. And go to network IP. Network IP range, and first IP, last IP, and broadcast, and 190 170 90 120. Yan, mag-add ka lang ng 8. 120 plus 8, 128, kasi mas malapit siya sa 29. And sa broadcast naman, copy.
Ay, wala na ako lang.
190 170 90. Yun, 128 minus 1 is 1 2 7 1 to 7. Ngayon, now 190 170 90 120 plus 1 is 121, and the last 160, 170, 90, 127 minus 1, 126, yan. And sa subnet mask, subnet mask add magiging 255 255 and 255 minus 7, 255 minus 7 is 248, and the final answer is 190, 170, 90, and 248. And final answer. Thank you, sir. Always be safe.
Hello, I'm Joshua Fonteveros. I'm going to explain how to solve IP address and subnetting. In this video, we're going to get network IP, range, and broadcast IP. The given IP address is 120.250.211.122, and for subnet is 26. First, we need to write down all the bits on from first octet until the fourth octet. So we have the 26 subnet, so we need to write 26 bits. And the rest will be 0. And the value of this 0 will be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And if we add this all value, the total will be 63. And this is, we need to add this in here, so we got the 64. So we have the network IP, range, first and last IP, and the broadcast IP. And then we need to write the network IP. This 64, we get this here. 64 plus 64 will be 128. And just simply copy this. And then, if we add the 64 in 128, the total will be 192. And just simply copy again. And then, we need to choose the highest and the closest number in here. So, we choose this. And we need also this. Based in here, the broadcast IP will be 120.250.211.191, because we less one here. Next, we need to get the first and last IP. Based in here, the first range will be 120.250.211.129. To get this, just simply add 1 here in here. And the last IP, just simply less 1 here. So the last IP will be 120.250.211.190. So our final answer will be this. Next, we need to get the subnet mask. We just simply add each octet. So this we have 255, and also we have 255, 255, and 192. So the subnet mask will be 255, 255, 255, and 192.
Hi guys, ako si Norma Agner and I'd like to show you the example how to get the IP address by using this given. So ito yung binigay kong given na IP address. Then ito ang CIDR. Ang CIDR ay ibig sabihin ay class inter domain range. So ang una natin gagawin ay kukunin natin ang octet. So may binigay na akong octet para ma-fix yung video natin. So sa isang octet is merong 8 bits. Then meron tayong 4 na octet, ibig sabihin in total is 32 bits lahat yan. So kukunin natin ang CIDR. So binilang ko lahat to hanggang 28, then ito ang pinaka last. Dito tayo po-focus sa 16. Then ito naman ang susunod natin kukuhain, ang network IP address, range, broadcast, and subnet mask. So una natin kukunin is network IP. So ito na yon. Kinopya ko lang tong tatlong hanggang third octet, then dito tayo po-focus sa 16. Ang 16 kailangan hindi siya lalagpas sa last number. So ito yon, inad ko na lahat. 16 plus 16, 32 plus 16, 48 plus 16, 64 plus 16, 80 plus 16, 96 plus 16 is 12. So dito tayo po-focus. 20, ang 96 is dito natin lalagay. Then ang 112 dito. So para makuha naman ang broadcast niya, kailangan lang natin mag -1 dito sa last digit. 101 168, then 111. Then dito naman is magpo+1 tayo dito sa 96 para sa range 97. Then minus dito 110. Then para naman sa subnet mask, i-add lang natin to lahat. 255, then 255, 255, at ito is 240 lang. So yan ang subnet mask natin. 240. So yun guys, salamat. Sana naintindihan niyo yung ginawa.
Example dito ng IP address which is 165.95.190.90 with a CIDR subnet mask of /27. So ang una natin gagawin dyan is ilalagay muna natin yung kanyang bits on, which is the first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. Then after that, ilalagay na natin yung ating CIDR subnet mask na /27. So the remaining 5 bits on will become 0, Then we will get the value of these zeros with the constant numbers of 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Then after that, we will add all of them, and the answer will be 31. We will add by 1 to make that 32. So 32 will be our increment, and the increment will start at 32. So I have here the network IP range, which is the first IP and the last IP, and the broadcast IP. So the first IP range will be 165.95.190.32. Second IP range is 165.95.190 plus that 64 plus 32. Third IP range 165.95.190.96, another plus 32. Then last IP range is 165.95.190.128. Then after that, we will focus into this one, which is the third IP range of 165.95.190.96, because ang ating value is 90, and the value of 90 will be fall into this one, which is 96. So our main focus for this one is the third IP range, which is 165.95.190.96. So dito sinulat natin yung ating IP range na 165.95.190.96 at yung kanyang last IP na 165.95.190.128. So ang una natin gagawin dyan is kukunin natin yung kanyang broadcast IP, which is 165.95.190.127. Bakit 127? Less than 1 bit or minus 1 lang po ang gagawin. Then after that, kunin natin yung first IP range na 165.95.190.97. So add 1 bit. And yung last IP natin, which is 165.95.190.126. So less 1 bit or minus 1 lang po. So ang ating final answer dito ay ito. With a network IP of 165.95.190.96 with the first IP range of 165.95.190.197 and the last IP of 165.95.190.126 with a broadcast IP of 165.95.190.127. Then lastly is the subnet mask. And to be able to get the subnet mask is we will add all the bits. This one is 255, 255, 255, and 224. Why 224? Because 255 minus 31 is 224. So our subnet mask is 255, 255, 255.224, and this will be our final answer. Thank you and God bless.
First, we given na yung natin IP address and CIDR
or the subnet mask. So, ito ang ating IP address 97.110.13 or .121. So, given din yung subnet mask 26. So, para makuha natin yung mga range, first is lay down all the bits. So, your 4 octet, i-lay down natin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, this is the first octet. Then that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then last, on the last octet, the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Ang next natin gagawin is bibilangin natin yung dahil ano to, 26. So, magbibilang tayo from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay. This is, this is 8. 8. So, this is also 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this third is also 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total of 24. So, dalawa na lang ang kulang. So, 1, 2. And then the rest is 0, 0, 0. Ayan. So, next natin gagawin is kukunin natin yung value ng mga zeros. So, this is constant. So, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So, para shortcut is, ang gagawin lang natin is 32 plus 32 is 64. So, this is 64. Shortcut na to, guys. Okay, 64. So, because our bit, this bit is 64. So, ito na yung magiging basehan natin sa ano natin, pagkuha ng mga range. So, first, next pala is lay down the first range. Okay. Yung first range natin, ay lagay muna natin yung network IP muna, network IP. Okay. Then, the range. Lagyan natin para makita natin. The range. Then, ang range natin is first IP to last IP. Okay. Ayan. And yung last is broadcast IP. Broadcast IP. Okay. Meron na tayong network IP, range, and broadcast IP. So, susulat muna natin yung range, pinakaunang range natin. So, i-copy lang natin to. Contact lang to. So, this is hanapin muna natin yung first at last. So, 97.110. Ito, i-copy lang natin. Contact lang to. So, 13. Then, nakita natin is 64 ito. 64. So, 64 muna ilalagay natin. Ang gagawin natin is hahanapin natin yung kung saan ito mag-fall down. Ito. 121. Dahil 64 pa to, kailangan pa natin mag-add 97, 110. Copy lang natin yung tatlong octet. So, itong fourth octet is plus 64 ulit. 64 plus 64. So, para sure is magkukumpit tayo dito. Ayan. 8 plus yan. So, 128. Then, ulit natin copy lang natin yung tatlong octet. Okay. 110, 13. Then, that. So, 128 plus 64. So, dito, 64 plus 64 ulit. So, 128 plus 64. So, this is 12. 1, 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. So, this is 192. So, 192. So, nakikita natin dito is nag-fall na and lumagpas na siya sa sa given natin sa ito yung fourth octet. So, makikita natin lumagpas. So, dito siya magpo-fall. First siya na lumagpas dito. So, yan po. Nakita na po natin yung first range natin. Para makuha natin yung broadcast IP, kukunin muna natin ito. So, click na tayo sa baba. Nakuha na natin ang first range. Network IP. So, ito ang magiging basihan natin. 97.110. Ito kapopya natin ito. 13.128. Then yung isa, yung nasa baba, kapopya na ulit natin. 97. Para makuha natin yung broadcast IP natin. Kailangan natin yan. So, sa pamamagitan nito, madali natin makuha yung range natin. 192. Ayan. Na-block. So, ang magiging broadcast IP natin. So, list 1 lang to. Okay. 97. Kopyahin lang natin yung tatlo. 110.13 and list to ng isa 191. So next natin is ayan, nakuha na natin. So pa-left pa siya, pakaliwa siya. So pag pakaliwa, minus 1. So minus 1 pa rin siya. So before natin i-minus siya, dito muna tayo, pa-right siya. So magpa-plus tayo ng 1 dito sa fourth octet. 192.110.13 space. Okay. 13. Ayan. So 128 plus 1 is that 129. Kailangan natin maglagay ng space. Kailangan natin ng space. Okay. So, ayan. Dash. Pakopyahin ulit natin itong tatlo. 97. This is 97. 97. 97 to 97. 97 ulit to. Namalik mata ako, sorry. At 110. Kopyahin ulit natin 13. That yan. Less minus na naman natin, minus 1 natin yan, 190. Kasi 191 minus 1 is 190. Ayan. Nakuha na natin ang range, broadcast IP, and the network IP. Ang next natin kukunin yung subnet mask. Kasi subnetting nga tayo, yung topic natin subnetting. IP and subnetting. So, next. IP address. Next is subnet mask. Subnet mask natin. Hahanapin natin itong first kada octet natin, kung kompleto sila, ano siya, 255 pag kompleto. Kompleto yun, 11111 hanggang dito sa may tubo. Kompleto siya for 1. So this is 255. 255 ulit. Kompleto sa 1, 255. And pagkita natin ito. Pag kailangan pa rin natin ipag-add dito. Itong 32, 16, 8, 9, 2, 1. So this is, diba 64 ito? Because this is 64, minus 1 siya. So, magiging 63 na. 63. 63 lahat to. Ito lahat, 63 to. Ayan. So, because this is, itong buong octet na to is 255. So, less natin sa 63. So, gagamitan natin ng computation. Para makuha na natin yung subnet mask natin. Ito. Computation tayo. First, lagay natin yung 255. Then, yung 63. Ayan. Minus natin, ha. Okay. Ayan. 5 minus 3, 2. 5 minus 6. So, borrow. This is 1 yan. Ito, malito 15. So, 15 minus 6 is 9. And bring down 1. Oh, 192. So, yung IP, yung fourth octet natin is 192. Ito buong octet na to. 192. Ayan, nakuha na natin. So, ang subnet mask pala natin is 255, 255, 255, and 192. Ayan. So, susulat na natin. 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot yung fourth octet is 192. Ayan, nakuha na natin ang subnet mask. So, kompleto na tayo. Meron na tayong network IP, range, broadcast, IP, and subnet mask. Thank you sa lahat na nanonood.
255 and the last one is 240. So that's all. Our IP address is 101.014.40.32 and our subnetting mask is 255, 255, 255 and 240.